Yo, see what I saying? Welcome to another episode of the Eastside Podcast channel. Y'all know what we do on this channel. You feel me? Today, our topic is about our home country, the Bahamas, and where we see it in the future. And Big Squeaky will be leading us in this discussion today.
My boy. Hey, conductor. Not the
Yeah,
drill.
you see.
Check it,
Yeah,
check
you
it.
Sit up when you
Yes.
on camera, base. Sit up when you're on camera.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sit up when you're on
Squeaky.
camera, base.
Lead it. Oh, you thinking? Great blast.
Okay, let's get
I almost
into
leave,
it.
you know. I almost fucking leave, dog. And like, say 20 years.
Let's start off small. Let's Let's say 5 years. You know, another
Shit happening in 5 years, boy. In 5 years, we can be in the same struggling to find the ends meet with tourism. Ain't gonna be no new industry. We ain't got no new leader. Because
We probably not, yeah.
and boy, ain't nobody who in the
Minutes
house.
2022, B. Minutes 2022, B.
I honestly believe, even though they say they voted minutes out, if Brave Davis is the leader of the opposition come 2022, Minutes will be right back there doing the same shit he doing right now.
Minutes 2022, B. I already see the vision. But nah, though, I completely agree. First and foremost, I want to say this in the grand scheme of things, but first and foremost, I feel like to build any momentum towards a better future, I feel like we got to get off tourism or like raise another industry up, dog. Because like, bro, like doing what we doing off tourism solely, well, not solely, but you know what I mean. It's like I feel like that's not good for the economy, dog. I go cap with you.
What
like,
industry y'all think should get developed?
Boy,
That would go good with the
dog.
Bahamas.
Boy,
If
dog.
quick, I think, like, okay, this probably would be towards our destruction, but like oil, we got some oil.
Oh god!
But like, that's probably the quickest solution.
You serious?
I think
I just saying that's the quickest solution. I ain't saying that's the solution.
I feel like I'm different, right?
I would have
Oil?
said
Oil is quick and dirty money. Oil is quick
Yeah.
and dirty money. That's not gonna go over.
Yeah, it's like selling drugs, then starting a rough career, then
What
leaving the
is
drugs
going
alone.
on? Going on?
And you have to think about this. The Bahamas' landscape is not geared towards. We are somehow just sitting on a treasure trove of oil. I don't care. I mean, I haven't seen any articles talking about specifically. There's an expected number of X number of gallons of oil under Andros or something like that. But regardless, that's not something that we should be even thinking about going toward in terms of building up.
Facts.
That should be on considered by any government party.
I don't know, man. Jay-Z don't sell drugs no more. Needs a billion.
Hey,
Bro,
I don't condone drugs.
would any of you would have said agriculture? Let me ask. Okay. What are you gonna say, Danielson?
So here's what I thought about. I know they've been trying to build up agriculture for, I think, the past decade or so with BAMSI and all that other stuff. And they've been making good progress. They've been bringing in different farming techniques from different countries. They've been working with colleges and whatnot to build up the industries, especially working on undeveloped land in the family islands to help with the agricultural industry. What I think, I mean, I don't know a lot about farming agricultural, but I think you should understand that there's a lot of limitations with our climate in terms of things that we're able to grow. So even though we could reduce our food importation, I think it's like an 85 to 90% importation is the rate of food right now. So,
I think that's right. Yeah.
So even if we could start producing some more fruits and vegetables locally, we're still going to have to be importing at least 60%. Even if you could get that drastic cut down by 30%, you're still looking at importing a lot of things just because our infrastructure and climate prevents us from being able to access the same type of foods and goods that you see in places such as England, America, Canada, and wherever else has you, where they have more land and a diversity.
Facts. I completely agree, bro. Cause like the thing with that is too, like the soil, our soil kind of trash. I ain't gonna cap with you. Our soil is pretty trash. It lower importation, and you could put the revenue elsewhere, but at the same time, it wouldn't make a significant enough dent. I feel like, in my opinion, to like really uplift us, like notably. You feel me? Like I feel like there maybe I have mixed feelings about agriculture. Like take a stand. What you was gonna say? Take a look.
I mean, agriculture. I think it's a way to move forward. Definitely, subsistence wise. I definitely think everybody should have their own like little backyard like farm. Do what they gotta do to make like our fresh produce. Overall, I don't know if it'll work out long term because just like what Danielson would say, our land kind of limited our soil really in the past for certain plants. And yeah, but I was thinking more like Lynn, when you mentioned agriculture, I was thinking more about livestock. I think we could do something with livestock on a couple of unused islands and keys, but
you think so? You think so?
I think so.
Like, it's still kind of hard. Like, it's still kind of hard to do ethically.
Yeah, I was just about to say
Ethically,
livestock's pretty hard.
All livestock is these days injecting steroids and watch the wild grow.
I think we could be able to knock that out. I mean, because our population isn't as large and as I was gonna say as demanding as other places in the world, but if I think about the average behemoth, how much they eat, then that's a different story.
Actually, like Abaco, I think it's Abaco. Yeah. Like they just make chickens. Yeah, and they like it is work out for them. So I guess you're right. Like livestock probably the best way. Like farming cows and all that.
I think it would be a problem with. Wait, Danielson, you saying something?
No, go. You could go ahead. I'll hold my thoughts.
I mean, the only thing I'd say about livestock that probably be a problem is the maintain, like what Tito said, ethically. When I sat down and actually thought about it, the killing of these large amounts of animals. That's the only thing I'd say be a problem because the way how you do it makes it an ethical issue.
Yeah, and I feel like the more efficient we get at it, the more like unethical it
becomes. Exactly.
When behemoths go, but what?
So I can imagine like what like Sabasso, one of the Aguilar, one of them like rich niggas. They would definitely start abusing them animals to push out chicken faster. So I don't know.
But do y'all think that's something like behemoths would want to do though?
Like for livestock,
it's a job at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I mean it is, but like, do you think?
Hotel.
There's a lot of industries in the world that could like develop.
I originally wanted to do it because nobody was doing it, so that might be a reason why some other people want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, if I looking at I see what you're saying, or you do. If you looking at the current state of Nassau or the Bahamas right now, I'd say that would be the best option. In terms of like what behemoths want to do, I sure there'd be a way more stuff, but like I feel like just how our country is presently, if we're trying to move towards, up right now, I feel like that'd be the best option unless some stuff change in the coming years, which I think Squeaky said is not happening, and I concur. I don't know.
Hawaii?
Yeah, like does Hawaii make money?
Yeah, Hawaii.
I sure they make money.
They make money off of tourism, I think. They make money off of tourism. I think they also sell a good portion of like souvenir type things, but I don't know what the main contributor to their local economy happens to be. But their population is also a lot smaller. You also got to think about that. The population is a lot smaller. So
Hawaii, less people than us.
Let me look that up because I can't imagine Hawaii having more people.
I mean, and you also got to think about like per capita, like in terms of like size of the island and
that's true. Hawaii
yeah, because like if you think about that, because we tiny as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. So.
Yeah.
Hawaii have a lot of people.
That's what I thought. I thought Hawaii would be in the millions. Like,
they say 1.41 million. I guess I don't know why I always thought Hawaii was a lower population. They have a lot of people.
You must see they
going on.
You must see me in Fiji, bro.
They got off something, babe.
They have lone Pacific Islanders on there. Yo, I don't care with you. Wait, what?
And I ain't never heard of Hawaii going like bankrupt like Detroit or something. So like
I
they
think
gotta be like selling something, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the economy pretty nice, bro. I feel like the economy pretty nice. I think
Yeah,
it's definitely, but
someone's-
it's definitely better than I think Puerto Rico's. I think it's definitely better.
Volcanoes.
I won't say anything on this because I really don't know anything about it. I like
I
the
don't-
preface.
Sam.
I like the
I don't
preface.
really know.
I want to say
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't really talk or study much into politics, so
Wouldn't that
speculation.
be economics?
No, I
Yeah,
talk
sugarcane
about
and
I'm talking about
pineapples.
political issues in the Bahamas. When y'all was talking about like, business and all that, I was like,
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah. No.
yeah.
I'm really too well versed in that. I'll reserve
A squeaky feel.
perspective from that area. Yeah, that's most. I mean, squeaky. That
Well,
isn't exactly squeaky field, but squeaky field is the closest thing we have to
yeah.
that.
No, I mean
I
just
feel
him,
like I know much more about the
Yeah.
political realm than most of y'all.
just knowing
Yeah.
in general is squeaky.
Yeah. But
What is he talking about?
political wise, I feel like we need younger people. Not a sense of like 20-year-olds, because I don't think 20-year-olds could run a country. Shouldn't run a country. It gets bad fast.
20, 28, 29?
I feel like some
I would say
30-year-olds,
35,
Some-
36.
like
I
some
would say-
30-year-olds
Yeah,
I would
could
say
run a country.
like some
I
people
would-
Especially the
being
country
dirty.
about like
All these old people dirty and probably sell a lot of drugs. Like, or like help to sell a lot of drugs. Okay, y'all see what I mean? Like they,
You say them dirty. It ain't dirty.
say like old politicians in the U.S. They don't like vote in things like say like Joe Biden. He pretty boring, but he been in long enough to do a lot of bad things like the crime bill.
Yeah.
Different wars. Like the longer you in politics, the dirtier you are, the more entangled you are, the more blackmail you have on you, the more people you gotta like kiss up to. So younger people have less baggage behind them, so they could actually work towards helping the people.
I mean,
So
plus they have to
contribute to young people being good.
facts because they have to work towards building a standing to where like they can like stay there or whatever. And they can't be caught doing like a bunch of dark stuff. You feel me?
Yeah.
if y'all didn't know recently, the deputy prime minister had to resign from his post because he get catch laundering money and
Yeah.
So
And how old is he? How old is he?
like how old Peter is? 40-something, 50-something, 60-something?
Wait, all these dirty old niggas.
Old man,
Get these niggas out of here, bro.
man, bro.
I
All
have
them is
personal-
on the money.
I have personal thoughts that people of that age become morally compromised, and especially all around the world as we're seeing globalization take over. There's a generational shift in people's priorities and what they think is right and wrong. And at that age, you're just still in power, trying to push the same narrative. When you see other countries flourishing and you're holding on to these same values that are being stagnant, I think that's what the issue is.
Yeah,
I concur.
The young people, young politicians, I'm 100% sure they're gonna ignore the Christian council.
Definitely.
That is wild.
And that'd be such a beautiful thing. Like
I
you could
don't know.
imagine the Christian council say something and the Tribune or National Guardian don't
Don't
report
write
on
about
it.
it. Don't write about it. I don't even know why government is even listening to Christian council. I don't even know why Christian council making front page. That don't make sense.
Bro, that's what
This whole picture, this whole
music.
It's due to the fact that in most of the government heads, we're known as a good Christian nation. Like that's a part of our title.
They have. I understand that, right? But they have too much of it. I feel like there's too much influence in political business, bro. Like stuff like that.
Brian,
like we're not a theocracy, babe.
Another problem inside our country. Old people, I understand. For the Christ, the Lord Jesus, why our country have so much wealth and worth so much and the cost of living so much, and our minimum wage is $5.25.
Oh, Clement was talking about this.
Clement talked about this.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said.
$5
and 25 cents.
Yeah, Clement was talking about
minimum
this.
wage.
He's talking about how this the results of us being a tax haven.
The burden shifted onto the people.
And a bunch of rich people come in, they just hike up the price because a lot of rich people here. So we gotta. I don't even know. How do we fix that?
Dude,
I don't know. I have no idea.
I know dynamite area expertise. But before we move on from
This is where
from this
Camden would come into play with that business degree.
that yeah, hey,
That's what you want.
fuck.
You want me to come in now?
No,
But I
hold on. I want to address what you say though. I want to address what he say. I want to address what he say. You go first though. You go first though.
So, like we already figured out, the Bahamas is a tax haven. It's supposed to attract all these rich people and get them to invest in the financial sector of the Bahamas. Yet we've seen no increase in our minimum wage since what, like, I don't even know what.
Since it's implemented.
2020.
2020? No, 1980.
2001.
2001 was the last time that increased to $5.25. That's disgusting.
Damn.
That's disgusting.
That's ridiculous, bro. How you gonna make a living off that? How you gonna make? Wait, in states, but in certain states, it's like they make like it's like 3 times that, bro. Like literally, it's legit 3 times that, bro. I think minimum wage in New York is $15, bro.
No way I should be able to be a TA in like the small school and make more than a grown man and his wife, the whole family pay. No way.
Fox, bro.
Do you think if the House Assembly just simply passed the bill that gone to the Senate and say that the minimum wage for any corporation or job has to be set at $10 minimum, do you think that would help to improve the living situation? If people earn double per hour?
It could.
It probably would, but I ain't going through because
it would impact the small businesses.
Yeah, the small businesses would probably be hurt a lot because a lot of them like only like barely breaking even.
Yeah, and the thing with that is too, because since we a small country, a lot of small businesses, so that probably would cause that.
But also, a lot of small businesses would get more money because people have more money to spend. They have twice the amount of money to spend.
What are your thoughts, Camden? What are your thoughts, Camden, on that? If the minimum wage were to be doubled, do you think the cost of living in the Bahamas wouldn't be as terrible, or do you still have to consider the impact of things such as VAT and custom duty?
There's always a cost and effect, so I definitely say you always have to consider it. But I wouldn't do that a huge hike like double like immediately. Yeah,
I would do. Yeah, I do like 7.
That's a little bit too high. 7. You probably have to spread it out over a certain amount of time. I think overall it'd probably do better than what they're doing now. But you can't really just go there and throw everybody into the water like that. They drown. You know what I mean?
Didn't they just do that by changing the VAT to 7.5 to 14? They did.
They just kind of hike it up.
Exactly. They could do that though. They could do that.
That's a beautiful counterpoint.
Because if you think about this,
correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't VAT when it started off 7.5? Didn't it go to?
It went to 12, right?
It went to 12.
It went to 12. Straight to 12.
Yeah. Because what they said they was going to stop at, I can't remember the number they said it's going to stop at.
I don't know. I remember they originally wanted to introduce it to be, I think it was either 14 or 12, and then they said, no, that's going to hurt the people too much, so they're going to start off with half, and then from the half, that's when they moved up to the original value that they wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
So it ain't like as drastic as Squeaky making it seem like, but you start off at 0 and we going straight to 12 or 13.
No, but I mean, 0 to 7%. That's a high number.
We went from 7 to 12, bro. We went from 7 straight to 12.
From 0 to 7 to 12 is a lot.
And like 7.5, I think they want to go 13. Yeah. So imagine this, right? Imagine this. No government breaks. No, let's just say no. Let's do a hypothetical. No government breaks at all, right? No tax benefits. No nothing. Well, do we even do that? I don't even think we do that.
No.
I probably do. I probably just missing ignorant.
Tax benefit for
but
we don't. We even have any taxes on businesses.
Yes, we.
We don't have the income tax on them.
No, we don't.
We have to have a tax on it.
No, we don't.
We don't.
We have customs
tax, value-added
tax, 1%, and we have VAT.
That's
all the taxes we have.
Because we're tax haven, we're stupid tax haven. We don't get no money from
we got
No, we don't. We've only had 2 for y'all.
Yeah.
We only had 2
Another question.
We just tax the poor people,
Cut
tax the poor
your
people, and tax the poor people.
Okay, but anyway, let me get back to my scenario, right? Okay, say for instance, the government don't give out no help for the businesses to just roll out the money. We just give them ample time. So they have to save up. The way I've seen it working is they have to save up for the next year to afford the first basically couple months of our payment rollout. I don't think that'll survive long term, especially if you don't have any systems or codes in place to actually hold up that system. I don't think that it'll probably do more harm than good to the economy long term.
So let me put it to you this way, right? Let's say they vote this into law tomorrow, and they say, okay, on December 6th, 2021, the minimum wage is going to increase from $5.25 to $10, right? Like you say, businesses, they're going to have to save up their profits to be able to compensate for the various payrolls. So the small businesses and the big corporations. The big corporations, that's not really going to do much, right? For the smaller businesses that happen to have a small amount of employees, unless that person with that business, the small business, is really depending on that small business for their profit turnout to supply themselves, that's not going to be as much of a deficit. And let's say within the first 3 months of that increased minimum wage, you're also likely going to see increased expenditure across the island or across the various nations, because now people have double the amount of money that they typically would have been earning for the same period. Wouldn't you think so? So then if there's more people earning, you're going to have more spending. It's not like people are going to have the same amount of spending and keep saving the same amount that they're doing right now when they're earning double the amount that they're earning right now.
Okay, your hypothetical has a lot of assumptions, but the only thing I'd say is that Bahamians don't tend to, Bahamians love to spend, let me say that for sure. But in a situation, we can't rule the people who's just going to save the money. Don't put it back into the economy after they get it.
I feel like having lived in such conditions for quite a long period of time, I feel like they'd be more willing to hold on to their money because they know maybe something else could happen to the economy of the country.
Okay,
I just figured out a way how we can literally solve this.
Yeah, you thinking the same thing as me. I know you think the same thing as me.
Wait. I don't know if you think about the same thing properly. I just was gonna say go back to the height, like when they increased the minimum wage and see how that affected it. That's just what I was gonna say.
Oh,
what you was gonna say?
Go back to when they increased the minimum wage by like $1.25 or how much ever they raised it by.
I was gonna say
just check out how they did it and where they get the money from. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because well, the issue of the businesses struggling is you can mitigate that by having a cap off. If this business makes over $1 million a year, then they have to go to $10. If this business makes $500,000 a year, then they could go to $7 something or $100,000 a year. Then they could stay at the $5 something. You could maybe mitigate it like that.
Yeah,
that would probably help.
If that was me, if that was me, wouldn't that be a possible lawsuit?
A possible lawsuit? I mean, people would definitely hide the amount of money their business tried making.
I feel like big corporations would take their best lawyers and go straight to the government.
Why would they do that? That's essentially a tax. You essentially taxing them in a different way and not calling that tax. You're just saying you have to pay your employees more if you make a lot of money, which is, aka you have to provide more to society if you make a lot of money.
Yeah. Is Suki still here, boy?
I read that.
All right.
Yeah. So, and I don't think that's unfair. I just think that's taxes.
I don't even think big corporations pay minimum wage. Do they only pay minimum wage? They don't spread up a little bit.
How much you think gas attendants make?
Super value. You think super value is pay the cashiers a lot of money?
Diagula making bank. Diagula and them niggas making bank.
You think the wash house is paying niggas above minimum wage?
$7, $5.
That's how. Wait. In any large corporation, there are some slave workers that making below average.
You think that Wendy's by Marathon is paying niggas above minimum wage?
I worked there,
and that's the biggest.
No. I worked at the one at Sea Grapes. I got paid $5.25 an hour.
And they make millions of dollars.
They make corn. You feel me?
And then that money will flow from more people who work in like those jobs, would flow to the smaller businesses who like ain't able to like support the $10 hour hike up.
Well, so the first step shouldn't be trying to increase minimum wage. I think we need to look at what our poverty wage is, because our poverty line, if we can figure out what the wages for that, we know we can't go below that threshold. That's what the first step should be.
With the poverty wages, isn't the minimum wage the same as the poverty wage?
But that's what I'm saying. So if you clearly know that's a poverty wage, you can't go below. You got to go higher, and you got to set a new minimum. Like you got to set a minimum which is actually acceptable.
Oh, you mean the poverty line?
Yeah.
You mean like how much money someone should be able to make to like
survive, like actually have a good life, like not a good life.
Like not a good life.
Yes.
Where they a life where they getting by. A life
yes,
where they getting
that's what
by.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
so
like in the US it'd be like around like 50K, 60K.
No. In the US it'd be way lower. In the US it'd be significantly
lower. It'd be like 30K.
You don't need to get 60K
like 70.
You only need like 20 to survive for a year in the US. You only need like 26K. You only need like 26K to survive.
If you single and you IH probably, but if you single with a child, different. Single with 2 kids.
But hold on, here's the thing, right?
Anywho, that's been another episode of the East Side Podcast channel. You feel me? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate all the love y'all be showing us or what's not. Comment in the comment section what y'all thinking or whatever. Let us know if we ignorant, if we don't know something. You feel me, dog? Because, we don't know everything. You feel me? And most of us don't even really live in the Bahamas presently. So, yeah, just let us know what's going on. We'll catch y'all in the next one. East Side, dogs. Yeah.
Only talking money moves, only focus on the bag. Talking money moves, only focus on the cash, dog. From the 242, I'ma represent my set.